Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing. But now let's get right into today's topic to see what is happening with the broader market right now. Obviously, a lot of people are confused. People want to know why is the market continuing to see a pullback. We're second day into the month of April. But remember, guys, the month of April, some people in the space are projecting to be a bearish month. I personally think that is not going to happen. I think there will be, some time in this month we are going to see a little bit of, pullback, and I think we're seeing that happening right now, and I think even leading up to the happening itself. But today, there's some certain things that are happening, of course, impacting the entire market. We're going to talk about that. So if we're looking at Bitcoin today, Bitcoin is currently sitting at $65,500. So before we get into it, as always, just a quick disclaimer. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So pretty much across the board, we're seeing quite a bit of red across the board. Whether you're holding Solana, whether you're holding, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Cardano, whatever the case may be, majority of the coins right now are reacting to this Bitcoin move. But what exactly is causing those? We're going to take a little bit of a deeper look at that. I'm going to share my personal thoughts with you, potential targets. So, do sit back and relax and enjoy the show. So, just before we begin, we're going to talk about the halving time, countdown. So we're about 17 days away until this event takes place, and we know how big of an event this is, and a lot of people in the space, especially the people that understand the markets, there usually is a sell the news event that takes place, and this is where the conversation is coming in, why the month of April could potentially be a bearish month, which I personally think not the entire month is going to be that. We will see a pullback, as I've said to you guys countless of times, but that is also one of the reasons as to why we're seeing a little bit of a pullback within the price of Bitcoin pretty much since yesterday. As the month of April started, we did see Bitcoin having a pullback without any significant news, but today there is a little bit of other significant news that I think could be the reason why we're seeing Bitcoin sitting at $65,500 right now. So let's take a look at what's happening so you guys can see this for yourself. zxcrypto posted this, as well as a lot of outlets. You can see 30,100 Bitcoin, which is equivalent to $2.1 billion of Silk Road hack funds controlled by the US government is on the move right now. So basically about 0.001 Bitcoin, which is $69, were transferred to a Coinbase deposit address to do a test. So obviously, guess what this is doing? This is bringing in speculation. This is bringing in fear that potentially we could see massive amounts of money, this 30.1 Bitcoin, 30.1 thousand Bitcoin, that could potentially be transferred to Coinbase, which possibly could be causing a massive sell pressure. Are we going to see that happening or not? Again, only time is going to tell. But the fact that this was tested, a $69 test was sent, this is bringing in fear. This is having a lot of people talking. Even if that was the case, I'm pretty sure, again, this is just my own personal opinion. Everyone has their own opinion, but I don't think, even if that is the case, they want to liquidate this Bitcoin. I personally don't think they're going to do it full 2.1 billion. But if that was the case, on the other hand, then yes, we could be seeing, Bitcoin retesting 60,000, maybe potentially even below 60K. So that is how I'm currently taking a look at it. This type of news, guys, is not in our control. But one thing a lot of people don't understand is we're still in a bull market. The overall trend is an upwards trajectory, in my personal opinion. So, that's how I take a look at it. But let's take a look at BTC right now. So if we're looking at the dominance, surprisingly, we are not seeing dominance shooting up to this 55%. So, not as much fear right now as you would expect. As of now, we're not seeing as much fear. Obviously, some people are talking about it. Whales are going to come and take advantage of this news that has come out. But, we're not seeing that much fear as of now. But when we're looking at the Bitcoin's price, the one thing I want you guys to keep in mind is, there is a CME gap at around 64.3K. Remember, we usually tend to clear CME gaps. We saw that happen, before this massive explosion. So could we see the 64K CME gap, being being closed, which I think is definitely a possibility right now. So, if you're looking at the price of Bitcoin, pretty much after that consolidation phase, I want you guys to focus on that. This consolidation phase, which was from March 25th all the way up until today, we did see this downwards trend occurring. And obviously, like I said, there's a catalyst behind that move, which I personally think is the halving countdown, as well as the news of that test that was sent from the Silk Road hack fund. So if you're looking at BTC, it did make its way down to 64.5, and you're seeing a little bit of a bounce, but still, we're not out of the woods as of now, guys. I'm going to be quite frank with you, because as of now, the price of Bitcoin is trying to make its way up, but there is quite a bit of resistance at this point. So if it's able to clear back up to this resistance and able to reclaim 68k, then we are looking fine. If not, I think there is a little bit more downside left for Bitcoin, and I think we could complete the CME gap, but that would still put, even if that was the case, that would still put Bitcoin in a safe zone. We're still in the 23.6, guys. We did hit an all-time high just last month, so we need to keep these factors in mind right now. But what happens for altcoins? Like I said, altcoins right now are reacting. Whatever altcoin you're holding right now, I did not want to make like separate updates, which I will do. I will still make the separate updates, but I want to talk about, especially when the newcomers coming into the space, this could be a time of fear. This could be a time of like, what is going on? Why is the market not moving like it was in the month of March? And this is what I want to teach you guys on a day-to-day basis. Nothing goes up straight forever, guys. Even in a bull market, we do tend to see a lot of manipulation across the board, and these are some factors that we need to consider. But if you're looking at the market right now across the board, pretty much Litecoin absolutely like outpacing everything right now. But remember, to be quite fair, Litecoin didn't really have a rally until now. Like, it's having like some sort of like a relief within its price, but other than that, most coins have been impacted. But honestly, I'm taking a look at it as in buying opportunity, another dip, because like I said, the long-term horizon, you want to be looking at the long-term horizon, which in my opinion for this bull market is the next 8 to 9 months, as I've said like hundreds of times. I don't think the super cycle is going to impact anything. Only thing I think is, the market is not going to see a bear market like we have seen in the past, for Bitcoin specifically, not for altcoins. I think altcoins will still get impacted like they have in the past. So, these are some factors we need to consider. But, I'm taking a look at it as like a buying opportunity, especially if you were on the sidelines and you were, waiting for some sort of a dip. Now is the chance for you guys to accumulate, if you have that sort of funds on the sideline that you wanted to accumulate right now. But do let me know down below what you guys personally think. I appreciate each and every one of your guys' support. Would love to know your thoughts down below in the comments. Like, what do you guys think is happening? Where do you see the price of Bitcoin going in the next day or two? Love you all. See you guys tomorrow. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.